Welcome to a long overdue episode of Between Rounds.
I don't think we're allowed to call this a weekly podcast anymore.
Well, we can call it whatever we want. How truthful we are is the issue, really.
We just checked. The last one we put up was on the 6th of August. That was a month ago.
A month and a half ago, really.
A month and a half ago.
So I'm Denis.
I'm Oisin.
I'm
back.
This is our casual magic-related podcast. And we're going to open with a very, very casual, only tangentially related to magic thing.
Okay.
Which is the Windmill Slam erotic fanfiction contest.
Yeah, the Windmill Slash contest.
So we have one submission here from Andrew Christian.
This was started months ago.
Well, I brought it up, but now I'm making it official. And on the line, whoever, over the next course of however long, I don't know.
We'll pick someone at some point. Whenever you stop coming in, we'll pick one.
Whoever writes the best Windmill Slam fanfiction, you can put it in the comments.
And then we're talking, like, this has to be erotic.
Yeah.
It's not just us, one day they robbed a bank.
And I think it's funny, and we're not being I'm not going to masturbate to this. I just want to put that out there.
I really hope not.
I just want to put that out there.
No, this was something that came up right at the beginning.
A long time ago.
Of the channel.
But we have our first submission from Andrew Christian Extravaganza, a long-time fan, Omnicrat. And Oisin hasn't read it yet.
No.
So I'm going to read it to him. Okay. So I'm going to get right up on the mic for this. And I want you to close your eyes.
Okay. I'm picturing it.
It's only 4 or 5 lines. So.
Really?
Yeah, it's very short.
Enough
okay. Denis and Oisin were sitting by their computer after recording their latest draft video and podcast. Man, I'm disappointed no one wrote any fan fiction yet, said Denis. I'm not, said Oisin. Now, do you want your post-game blowjob or not? Yes, I guess, said Denis, half-heartedly.
Okay.
That's our first submission.
No, that wasn't bad. I like it because it didn't go too far down the explicit route, which, because this is a family-friendly...
No, it's not.
This is not a family-friendly podcast. But, like, I'm a fan of that. That was fun.
So that is currently both the best and worst one we've received, because they're received. But I quite like that one.
Yeah.
If you think you can write a better one, feel free to email it to windmillslamtg@gmail.com or leave it in the comments below.
Well done, Andrew Extravaganza. That was some good work.
And if we like it, maybe we'll send you a playmat, courtesy of us, actually, but from Ink's Playmats.
Yeah. We're just creating segments left and right here. We do another segment.
Next follow-up segment, fan question of the week.
Let's do more segments. I love segments.
This one comes from someone whose name I don't have right now, but I'll look it up while you start talking about it, because they want to know what modern deck you are currently playing or building.
Okay, so this is a month ago. Month and a half ago, I mentioned I was like in the process of building a modern deck. What's basically happening is I don't have a lot of money to spend on Magic cards at the moment. I'm a student, but I'm sort of like trading and picking up like pieces here and there. Like I just finished my playset of Snapcasters, that kind of thing, you know. Will we just start that again?
Just go from.
Would you clap?
Yeah. Where are you going to? Do you want to start your talk again?
Okay. What modern deck you're building or playing? So this is a question that came up a month and a half ago when I mentioned that I was in the process of building a modern deck, and what's basically happening at the moment is because I don't have a ton of money to spend on Magic cards, like just in one go, I'm sort of picking up pieces here and there. I'm leaning currently towards Twin. Mm-hmm. I've been testing various builds. Twin's just like a nice, well-established deck, and it suits my play style pretty well. My favourite card in Modern is Snapcaster Mage, so I'm going to play 4 of those, whatever deck I build. Incidentally,
this question comes from either Joris Canters, but I assume it's probably Joris.
Joris
Canters.
Okay. Well, this one's for you, Joris. I'm like getting there slowly. I finished my playset of Snapcasters. I've got a bunch of the lands, some of the cards. I've got a couple of cryptics, that kind of thing. And I'm just kind of picking up bits and pieces as I go. I might build... Like, my aim is to have a reasonable pool of cards that I could like move between Twin and like various blue-red X control builds, because I'm a fan of those as well. Mm-hmm. But it's slow going. Puka Trade's been really good. Really
Do you actually use that?
That's how I got all of my Snapcasters.
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, I've been using that a lot because I do a lot of drafting.
Mm-hmm.
Or I was a few months ago anyway. And any rares, like a foil Ugin I pulled from a draft turned into 2 Snapcasters, that kind of thing. You know, and Puka Trade's been really useful for that, because if you're doing like buy listing for stores is really good, but you get about 60% of the value of the cards. Whereas with Puka Trade, it's a little bit more work, and you have to be kind of on the ball about it, and there's a bit more risk involved, but not a huge amount of risk. People are usually very good, but it means you get 100% of the value for your cards. So that's mostly how I've been doing it. I'm not there yet. There's a fair bit of work to do to get the deck finished, to have a playable deck. Like, I don't have any Scalding Tarns, and I don't see myself picking up Scalding Tarns in the near future unless I happen to crack 4 expeditions. Is that what they're called?
Yeah. Over under, how much do you think Scalding Tarn is worth currently, according to...
I think Scalding Tarn, last time I checked, was 85, in that kind of range.
So I'm going to go over 85.
You're going to go over 85.
Go over.
I'll take the over on 85 as well. I can't think of a reason for it to go down, you know? We're currently looking it up.
78.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hasn't actually gone down. Oh. Well, that's online. Nice. I'm looking at the graph now. It has slightly gone down. It peaked at 85 exactly.
Okay.
For a day. And then stable around 80.
So, yeah, I don't have...
Well, it probably dropped when Expeditions was announced, no matter how rare they are.
I don't have $320 to drop on a playset of Scalding Tarns. I just don't have that kind of cash line.
That's like €40. You know?
I have a playset of all of the Cans of Tarkir fetch lands. So, like, say, hypothetically, I went with the Grixis build of Twin.
You have a playset of all the lands?
All the Cans fetch lands.
Yeah?
Yeah, just from drafting and trading.
Christ. Why don't you just sell those for this?
Because, like I said, I like having a collection.
I
like Modern is one of those things. Like, the reason I'm looking to move into Modern is Standard does get really expensive as time goes on, and also I'm not loving it as a format at the moment. But Modern, I think, is a really cool format, and
there's some degree of stability there.
Yeah, exactly. Once they build a deck, say barring something getting banned, I'm sorry, pod players.
They had their time in the limelight.
Yeah. But like, so having 20 Cans of Tarkir fetch lands, I can always use those. Having whatever shocks I don't have all of them, but I have a decent collection of shocks. I can always use those. So I don't want to trade away staples, you know. But so say hypothetically I went with the Grixis build, I could play like what is it?
Which fetches?
I could play like Polluted Deltas and Bloodstained Mires, and it's not optimal, but it's an option. So that's where I'm at the moment. But yeah, some sort of twin / blue-red X control variant are the decks I like to play. I like playing Snapcaster and Lightning Bolt. That's what I like doing.
Those are fun. I really like Snapcaster. I think it's a sweet card to play with. I like it a lot. It's a little. I think it might be a little too good.
I think it walks a very fine line of being very good but not broken. Like, it's not in every blue deck. It's not. It's in most blue decks, but it's. I think it's like. I think it's just. I think Tarmogoyf's in the same kind of camp. It's just good enough, but not too good.
With Young Pyromancer and what's the other one that's a kind of good
Dark
card?
Confidant.
Dark Confidant and no white one.
Stoneforge Mystic is too good for Modern.
Yeah, evidently.
But that's the cycle.
Yeah.
There's argument about whether Young Pyromancer completes that cycle, but I think it probably does. But yeah, that's where I'm at with Modern at the moment. Thank you for the question. If anybody wants to just like give me some Scalding Tarns,
that'd be nice.
Don't do that.
Why not?
Because I'd feel like really bad if someone gave me $80 worth of cards.
That's true. What if they gave you all of them?
Then that's...
You realise our microphone, Alec Tavai,
actually worse.
Alec Tavai, our microphone, was donated by a fan.
Yeah.
And is worth...
I mean, in fairness, like, I don't know why I draw that line. Like, I feel like that was stupid, by the way. I was surprised by that, and still am very grateful for that. But at least that's kind of like, I like watching your show, and I would prefer if the audio quality was better.
I guess.
I would prefer if Oisin had a Modern deck.
Well, I guess.
It's like it has no relevance to the videos.
Right.
But that's kind of where I'm at the moment.
Instead, we're currently accepting donations for, Red 2 cameras, lighting rigs and stuff. That'd be great.
No, we're not.
If someone, they're like a couple grand. I'll take that. Yeah. How much does a Red 2 cost?
I don't know. We've had this discussion on the video.
I shouldn't have very different
Dennis is like, give us all the money. I feel a bit weird about that. But yeah,
I'm going to call you out on this. Oisin feels a bit weird about this, but never gripes when I send him half the Patreon money every month.
That's true.
Okay, so you don't get to play moral high ground there. If you want to play moral high ground, I won't send you half the money. All right, I'm serious. Like,
but yeah, no, that's where I'm at the moment.
I'm trying to look up how much this camera costs just because I don't know how much it costs. I don't want. Please don't buy us this. I'm pretty sure they're crazy expensive. Yeah, they're like $10,000. So maybe don't send us one of those.
But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Well, that was the question. That was the fan question of the week.
These all sound like weapon magnesium upgrade, weapon woven seed. These sound like nuclear missiles. Epic X Red Dragon Pro.
Okay.
What even comes in this thing?
A collection of things. $53,000 you'd want it to have.
Christ!
Does it come with a house and a car?
I mean, maybe. So, spoiler alert, if someone could send us like a Sony Panasonic handheld
GoPro.
A GoPro, that'd be alright. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a go. For the professional who wants it all, the Epic Red X 6K. I didn't know it went that high. New color science. They've discovered new colors with this camera.
This is useless to me.
That's true. Well, you know what colors are.
I know vaguely what they are.
You know, like 4 colors. Right?
My camera can do both colors. Black
Red
and white.
Black and white. You're not black or colorblind. That's something that's known.
But anyway, that was the fan question of the week.
We recently hit technically 2 milestones on our channel.
Yeah.
One of which is we now have 3,000 subscribers.
More than that at this stage now, but yeah.
3,030 now, I think.
Yeah, 3,000. That's big.
That's enough. Also, we just passed 500,000 views.
Which, what's the metric for views? That's someone watching our video.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
That means 500,000 people.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
500,000 people have watched our videos.
No, it means people.
Probably somewhere in the range of 3,000 people.
I'd imagine. Yeah, 3,000 subscribers. I like that. That's nice.
It's nice.
That's a nice little number. We mentioned in the video, we'll mention it here again. We have a celebratory special thing.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna shake the thing right now.
The thing.
That's the thing.
That's the thing. We can't do it yet. There's a lot of organisation involved. Other people need to be involved. It's going to take some doing, but we're going to do it.
We have talked about it before. That people know it exists.
Oh, the game show.
Yeah, people know the game show exists. We just need to get basically equipment with and organise with a couple of people to film it.
Mm-hmm. But we're going to get it done in the next few weeks.
Hopefully. I went out and I ordered the cards for it. The cards are here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you a preview of some of the cards now, I think. It might be fun. Yeah.
Okay.
So this isn't the deck. This is a random draft deck.
Whoops. Never mind.
Wrong deck box, kids. It's over here. Never mind. I lied.
Technical difficulties.
It's a much quieter actual game. It's full of cards. It's got 100 cards in it. So the game show I've created, it's essentially works as if you're playing Magic against someone.
Okay.
And then I ask you a question. And if you get that question correct, you draw a card.
Okay.
If you get that question incorrect, you lose 1 life.
And if you draw the card, you play it immediately.
You don't have to. I've changed that since. You can hold it because I think
are there counter spells?
Yes, that's the thing.
Cute.
And you can hold on to cards like that. And I think I'm going to give everyone 3 cards at the start, just to start the game off. And the aim of the game is to reduce your opponent. Listen to this.
Oh, Legion deck boxes
from 20 to 0.
Oh, you sleeved it all as well. That must have taken hours.
It took me 3 to 4 business days. So what do we got in here? We got a grape shot.
Okay.
Grape shot's a lightning round.
Right.
You got 1 minute to answer as many questions correctly as you can, that you deal that much damage.
So you have all these rules in your head, do you?
Yeah, most of the cards, like Shock does what Shock does.
2 damage.
Searing Spirit does what Searing Spirit does.
3 damage.
Concentrate does what Concentrate does.
Draw 3 cards.
Yeah. But then stuff like Reflexes is just a...
What does Reflex do? Enchanted creature has first strike.
But that's Buzz Round. That's buzzing in for a question.
Okay.
Having Reflexes rewards you for it.
Memory's Journey.
Memory's Journey is you're required to remember what the first question asked of you was. Whatever it was.
Target player shuffles up to 3 target cards from his or her graveyard.
So on some of them the actual rules text is completely irrelevant.
Okay.
But for the large part...
You've got multiple shocks in here.
Yeah, I've got multiple everything. Loads of stuff.
Ah,
the game needs to end.
Notion Thief. You can steal people's cards.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cute.
And it's just a little game. There's an Ixodron. There's a Temporal Trespass. Rewind just lets you answer a question again. Or you can use it as a counterspell. Either or is fine.
Right, okay.
That kind of thing.
So, I have an issue here.
People don't know what the cards do when they go to cast them?
Exactly.
Yeah. Fuck you. It's part of the fun. Figure it out. What is... Ooh, that was a terrible idea. Part of the fun.
Right, okay.
We've also ordered a bunch of Japanese cards.
And so you're going to be the judge, and judge's decision is final.
Yeah, it's kind of... It's less Who Wants to Be a Millionaire and more Whose Line Is It Anyway. Yeah.
Okay.
Incidentally, the show is currently called Who Wants to Be a Win Millionaire.
Who Wants to Be a Win Millionaire is our current working title.
If you have a better one, please let us know, because that's very long. Win Millionaire.
Win Millionaire, yeah.
Because you win a millionths of whatever the prize is. So say it's a playmat, I'm going to give you a million 1 millionth size shards of a playmat assembled into playmat.
With some assembly required.
Some assembly required.
We're going to tear a playmat.
We're going to shred it, yeah.
Pieces and give it to you. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing.
You're going to win a million Denis bucks. Which are redeemable
cash in
for one playmat.
And must be redeemed immediately.
Or they immediately appreciate to 6 Oisin pesos or whatever.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The vast majority of work is still left for me to do because I need to write.
You need to write so many questions.
Somewhere in the range of 200 Magic-related questions.
That's a lot of questions.
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep them easy-ish.
If you, at home, are feeling bored and want to write magic questions and answers with your time, email them to Denis.
That's a good idea, and I'll even read your name out and say who it was from.
Because that just saves him a bit of work. You get to feel like you're involved. Could be fun.
That's not a bad idea. If you want to write some magic questions,
just email them, because I if I see the subject line, because I'll be playing, so if I see the subject line questions for the game show, I won't read the email. I will read the YouTube comments.
We could format it as kind of like a Eggheads kind of thing, where the concept of the game is to beat you, like an arch enemy.
Well, I don't know a ton of. I know a decent.
But I don't want you to win a playmat.
If I win the playmat, we can donate to a viewer.
Sure.
So that's nice. That means the viewers are rooting for me.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do that? That seems cool. If I win, the playmat goes to one of you. If a challenger wins, the playmat goes to the challenger.
The playmat's around here somewhere. It's right here. Here's the playmat noise.
So this is all the information about the thing we're not going to do for a little while.
It could be as early as next week. If it's next week, I know you can't do it.
Well, I can on a Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, one of those days.
It'll probably be Ivy. I've asked Dave about it. They said it's cool to do it in the war chest, so we might have a live studio audience.
That'd be cool.
Literally, some people may turn up.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. But yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If it sucks, it sucks. Whatever. Mm-hmm. I don't want to try it, In the vein of trying things, we have been doing quite a few collaborations with other YouTubers, none of which you've been present for. Now that I've said that, I just realised.
No, this is quickly becoming Denis's channel that I feature on most of the time.
I mean, yeah.
Basically what's been happening is Denis is not back at college yet and I have a full-time job.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I
am so bored. I'm so bored. I don't go back to college till the 5th of October.
And I just came off doing a 60-hour
But I can't go find a job.
Because you have to be in college.
I can't even go find a part-time job because my college requires me to leave the city for 6 or 7 weeks at a time. Yeah. So I can't be like, hey, can I have a job for 3 weeks, then not for 6 weeks, and then again for 2 weeks, and then not for 8 weeks, and then for the summer. No! No, you can't! No, you can't. So I'm just going to pour my effort into this. I did a draft with Graham from Load Ready Run.
Which I watched. It was cool.
Very difficult. I didn't do a draft, sorry. I did a Legacy Cube.
Yeah, it was cool.
That was a big deal for me, because I've been watching Load Ready Run since like 2008 or 7 or something.
We're both big Load Ready Run fans.
I used to watch them when they did Unskippable on The Escapists.
I remember when we first found out that Loading Ready Run had seen our videos and we were just fangirling out about it.
Yeah, and Graham watched my stream. Our 24-hour stream.
Yeah.
He was there at about 2 in the morning.
That was amazing. Well, 2 in the morning for us, yeah.
It was pretty late for him too, because he was there at like 8 a.m. our time as well. And then I did one very recently with Alex Stevenson from SeemsGoodMagic.com. Mm-hmm. And we have a couple other in the works. I'm going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed I haven't filmed it yet, on Mana Deprived's one of their Commander games, where they do 4-player Commander.
You're doing holiday cover, I believe.
Yeah. For I'm doing Locum cover, is that what that is?
Yeah.
For Travis Sowers, who is Semlin. I don't know if you know him.
I don't.
He's a streamer. He's quite good. I would recommend him.
Okay.
But and Tom Daly is on there, and Derek Boyko, all those guys.
Cool.
And I'm going to be there. I'm going to be bringing Brago. Bringing the Brags. Bringing Brago, which is not overly competitive. I had to rebuild the deck, and I took the Jace the Mind Sculptor out. Because it was 18 tickets for a 1 in 100 card that isn't even insane.
It's pretty good.
No synergy, though.
Sure.
The synergy is you get to use it twice.
Yeah.
Which is no joke, I guess. But,
Double Brainstorm.
Well, that's not amazing. Double Brainstorm isn't great.
It's true.
Double Brainstorm's really bad, actually.
Yeah.
You only dig one deeper.
Yeah.
It's more Bounce, or Bounce Brainstorm, or whatever. Or Fate Seal, which is pretty rough. But, yeah, I'm going to be on there. That'll be fun. I think I'm going to be there for either 1 or 2, because I think Travis can't do them for the next little while. And obviously, if I'm terrible, I'll only be on there for 1.
Yeah.
Or if circumstances dictate it, I might only be on there for 1. But that should be going up in about a week and a half, which should be fun.
Yeah.
We'll
tweet it.
We'll tweet it. It really has become, this is Denis, and also, I'm really sorry.
No, it's cool, because like you say, I don't have as much free time as Denis does. I like my involvement in the channel at the moment. I like coming along, and I'm sort of your John Laux.
Yeah.
I'm not your Luis Scott Vargas, because you're just much better at drafting than I am.
And you have stepped in and missed recording before.
Have I done that?
That has happened.
Has it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't think I missed it. I've been late.
You've been 3 hours late. That's missing it. Alright, that's we cancelled and decided on a new time to record.
Later, yeah.
That's a different time. So, if Wizards could hire Oisin so I don't have to do videos with them anymore, that'd be great. I'm kidding. They'd never hire you.
No.
You want to be a software engineer, don't you?
Or something.
What do you mean, like a circus performer? What do you mean, or something?
Well, am I having this conversation on stream? I'm studying electronic and electrical engineering. There's a lot of different paths I could go down with that, but one of them is software engineering.
There you go, fix Magic Online.
Okay.
I'm on it.
Cool. Give me like 4 hours and a coffee.
Worked out great for John Linux. So if you're John, who's my Brian? I'm assuming I'm Marshall in this analogy.
Yeah.
So who's Brian?
Who's
Ryan?
Whoever the next... I guess I'm the Ryan, aren't I?
You must have to be the Ryan then, yeah.
Yeah. It's whoever the next guy is the John.
Brian, I guess, is Owen. Because Owen's been on here like Brian was.
This is getting too convoluted.
Well, I suppose whoever next is.
We're not a limited resources cover band. Like, it's a separate thing.
We did do a video once where we introduced it by saying, "What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Windmills." I love that. That was great.
Fun. That was a good joke.
Yeah.
It gets even better when you remind everyone of it.
It was like 6 months ago, alright? Nobody cares anymore. Nobody's even listening anymore. This is all...
Yeah.
We're shouting into either. What are we, like 3 hours into this podcast?
It's gotten quite long.
20 minutes. It's not that long.
It's not that long. This is about the average length for the podcast.
We have a very short podcast. People complain about that a lot.
Well, we don't have much to talk about is the issue.
Yeah, there isn't, I'm going to be honest.
The videos are our long form thing. Those are like 2 hours-ish a piece.
Real talk, there is no reason for this podcast to exist.
No, it's literally... We originally came up with it as sort of we could do this between rounds, and what inevitably happens is we don't do it between rounds. After the video, we go, shit, we didn't do a podcast, and either I say, I have to go, or we're like, well, we just do it now. We're currently, we've finished our draft, we're doing the podcast now.
This is episode what? Which episode of Between
I think
Rounds?
we filmed exactly one of them.
I think so. That's
between rounds.
This is the 9th episode of Between Rounds.
We've done literally one of them between rounds, like we actually said we were going to. But still, I like it as a concept.
So, will we call it a day there, or do you have something else you want to talk about?
Battle for Zendikar spoilers are out. Some of them look pretty cool.
I haven't been keeping up at all. The set, I'm sure the set will be fun to draft. If it's not,
it looks fun to draft. Full spoilers going to be up at some point, and we'll do another one of our limited overview shows, which are always good crack. It's sort of like the 80% shorter version of the set review if you don't have time to listen to a limited resources podcast.
Yeah, it's also about 80% less useful.
Yeah,
I think
it's the aim of those is literally just...
It's more to get you thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know, get the wheels in your brain turning, because most...
We don't do card by card. What we do is, for anyone who hasn't seen one before, we don't go card by card. What we do is we talk about kind of general archetypes.
And like colour pairs and stuff.
Cycles sometimes. Things we think are going to be relevant. And kind of try and give you an idea so you're not going in cold. If you don't have time to go through every card by card and think about it in depth, you can kind of go, well, this card goes into, like, say you open your first pack ever in your first ever draft of Battle for Zendikar, you can kind of go, well, this fits into the Allies deck, and the guys from Windmill Slam said the Allies deck is a thing and you should probably be prioritising this when you draft it. So I'm going to take this card and see what happens.
The thing is, I think one of the things that contributes most to making you a better player is amount of time spent thinking about Magic.
Sure.
Whether that's playing Magic is obviously the most useful.
Yeah.
But watching 2 jackasses play Magic Guardians Wrath is useful. Watching LSV is probably more useful.
Probably.
Watching Kenji stream or Seems Good Magic is probably even more useful, to be honest.
Reading articles,
all that stuff. All that stuff is getting your brain thinking about Magic, and you get this intuition after a while, and that's where that comes from. It's from that learned experience that sits in the bottom of your brain.
Your brain's very good at shortcutting.
A lot of the time. Sometimes it's a disaster.
Well, no, it's very good at shortcutting. Just it does it a lot. Just sometimes it does it wrong.
Right.
But yeah,
that's the kind of thing we're aiming for, and we're just kind of hanging out, having a good time. We're coasting,
and it's fun to do something when the new set comes out.
Yeah, we want some kind of degree of fanfare,
especially because we only do our videos on Magic Online, and when the new set actually comes out, we can't draft it on Magic Online for a while. So we usually do cubes, and
I might be filming the pre-release. I might go and do a live action pre-release.
That'd be kind of cool.
That might be fun. It's going to be a lot of rounds. Oh, it's actually going to be 4, actually. So we could do that. I don't know if you probably won't be playing in it, because probably it might not be the correct weekend.
Yeah, I do 2 weekends a month, so I can swap a shift or something.
It's not the end of the world. Yeah, we can post commentate like we did the draft.
See what the story is anyway.
If there are any, this is something I want to bring up. If there's any other Magic content creators that you would like us to collaborate with, less importantly, tell us. More importantly, tell them. Mm-hmm. I think that's more important, because we're up for anything. I'm game. I don't mind at all. I'll draft with whoever. I don't give a shit. Yeah, that's fine. I'll go on Magic the Amateuring. I love that podcast.
Sure,
I actually do like that. I'm not just saying that. I actually do like that podcast.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I've never listened to an episode of Magic the Amateuring.
That's fair enough. But
I saw their video they did when Theros came out.
Let's Play Theros.
Let's Play Theros.
I didn't like that.
That was pretty bad.
I didn't enjoy that. That was a long time ago now, and
Yeah.
the podcast has massively blossomed in terms of popularity and style. And the guy whose name was, I want to say Ben?
Okay.
No, that's right. He left. That was a while ago now. And Maria and Megan now do a very great podcast, and I think Maria is about to play in the Community Cup.
Yeah.
I think it's Maria. Is that the correct? One of them certainly is. Community Cup 2016. Nominate us next year. I'm going. Let's do it. That's not how that works anymore.
No.
The nominations are more like, I just googled Community Cup 2016. You need to put some. There you go. Event schedule. What?
You also spelled community with 3 M's.
Well, I wanted to be sure. I was like,
community.
it's not one. So
the more M's, the better.
it's like, heard that joke about spelling the word banana?
No.
You can never know when to end. You go ba, okay, na. It's not that much. Na. Damn it! Every time. So it's the end of our draft. Austin Cooney hours. Here we go. I know.
We should not be Googling live on the podcast.
Kenji's back.
Kenji's back.
Joel
Joel Larson.
It's both of them. My mistake. It's both of them.
Okay.
MG Doc, Gabe. Mm-hmm. Jimmy Wong.
Cool.
He's from
Yeah.
He does Command, somebody also was in never mind. Adam Straborsky, he's from Gathering
Command
Magic.
Tower.
And he's from Gathering Magic. He was my editor for those articles I posted there.
Oh yeah.
Wedge.
From the Mana Source.
Yeah.
Cool
I
guy.
was under the impression, for some reason I was under the impression they asked the professor to play this year. But maybe not.
Maybe not.
He's huge now. Congratulations to Clarion Community College.
Yeah, it's a very good channel.
I don't watch a lot of his stuff because it's mostly reviews of paper products.
I do because
But I don't use those.
Yeah.
So, but he's just got this lovely attitude that, like, I watched him review sleeves that I know I'm not going to buy.
Because you just like watching it. Yeah.
I'm like, he likes the sleeves. He's having a
That's
good time. He's having a good time.
I think he's just a genuinely very nice guy and
seems lovely,
deserves all of the success he's had.
So, I think we're good to go.
That seems to be the end of the
Go
podcast.
pester your favorite content creators to come talk to us.
Sure.
You won't be here anyway.
I probably won't be here. I'm looking forward to doing as many of these as I possibly can in the next couple of months.
Listen, if you're not around, I understand. That's fine.
I will, come January, be around a lot more, ideally.
Come January, I'll be around a lot less.
That's true. So,
Because in January, I have to go to work in a hospital.
well, I mean January onwards.
Yeah, I mean from January till May.
Okay.
I have to go work I have 7 weeks working in Galway.
Okay. Which, for those of you who don't know, is not in Dublin.
No. And if any of you happen to live in Galway, I'll meet you up, we'll go to Dungeons & Donuts and I'll say hi.
Dungeons and Donuts is a great store.
And then for the second block, I actually will be in Dublin, but I'll have a full-time job and assignments
Which
that I
is,
can.
as we've discovered, not conducive to running a YouTube channel.
No, well, it's not so bad for me because I have the recording equipment.
Yeah.
Like, it takes me 2 hours to record it. It takes you about 5 because you
I
come
have to-
here.
Yeah, it takes me about an hour and a half to get from my house to here these days because I've moved. But yeah,
We might eventually see if we can sort out the proper microphone
and just see if we can Skype it and that kind of thing. That wouldn't be a terrible idea, especially when you're in Galway.
Yeah. Well, I'll should be back here most weekends.
We'll see what the story is anyway. This is all stuff we need to discuss off mic.
No, this is fine. It's like the vibe of Windmill Slam has always for me been we're hanging out and playing Magic, and there happens to be 3,000 people here.
Well,
Okay,
it's considerably less than that per video.
it's usually like 1,500.
Yeah.
Just watching, just hanging out.
This is how Windmill Slam started, and this is how we mean to continue.
That's it. It's for me. It's reminiscent of what Achievement Hunter do with when they play video games. They're just playing video games, and you can come along and watch.
Yep.
And
it's fun when you get involved as well.
That's it. So send me your questions if you have some questions. Go send us your fanfiction.
Fanfiction.
Definitely send us your fanfiction, and leave a question if you want us to answer it down below, or if you want us to do a video with anybody, let us know. And we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.